we're in the middle of a live stream, and the worst person to ever write a Star Wars book is being laughed at by their own. Hello everyone, I am still Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, still your favorite YouTube harpy, getting yourself canceled for not wanting to watch Clone Wars. I'm very, very sorry. So we're gonna poke fun at Chuck Wendig instead. And if you guys don't know who Chuck Wendig is, he's the one who threw all these temper tantrums going around blocking people because, well, because politics ball. Because Chuck Wendig's one of those, he's a little obsessed with politics ball and can't keep it out of anything. He also was writing stuff like, your world is too white and male and straight in all of your sci-fi fantasy. Wah, wah, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. I need to play the diversity game because I can't write anything. He was attacking people. He got fired from his books for being too Twitter happy. For being too Twitter happy, I guess is the way to put it. Well, his most recent offense that he did was complaining about an online library. I did a video about that not too long ago, I believe. I don't know if I ever published it, but I clipped it from a live stream. He was throwing a temper tantrum about not getting royalties for his books and this basically online library sort of site. How legal or legit it was to do wasn't really the point. The point was he was just throwing a temper tantrum over it. Most of the books, I believe, were going towards disabled people as well. So, yeah, just throwing a temper tantrum about it. Well, there's an update to that story. Here we go. It seems that a lot of the publishing companies are suing said online library, and Chuck Wendig, because he threw a temper tantrum about it, brought attention to that site. It was, I guess, to be compared to a Napster or sort of file sharing service. Well, here's the funny thing. Chuck Wendig, all the people are now piling and dogpiling on Chuck Wendig. People who used to be on his side, people who are normally, you know, very, very much politics ball happy, really, really obsessed with inserting the name of a certain orange-faced man into absolutely everything. And yeah, people who are usually of that mentality are dogpiling him as well. Karens always turn on you. You know, they always do. Karens always turn on each other. Once a Karen, always a Karen. And for comedy timing, when I hit the drop the taco thing, maybe pop up. Wait, maybe. White male rage, white male rage, white male rage. Sure, we'll take some white male.
Drop the taco, get in the car.
We'll take my white male rage as well, and sure, we're gonna drop our tacos because that's always the case. Ooh, people, an hour ago, he's even trending. Writing about, doing giggity is really something. He writes about giggity. I don't believe he writes about giggity. From what I've read of his books, I didn't read the whole thing, but the passages I've read were just absolute garbage. Arthur Fleck loves white male rage. Well, it's all about Arthur Fleck now, isn't it? This chat box is so white. I know, my skin, is that what we're talking about today? No, we're talking about Chucky Poo. Chucky Poo Wendig. Retweet if you're an author and would be happy to let the Internet Archive distribute your work for free. And also if you think Chuck Wendig has never created anything of merit. See, even the writers are going after him. Even people you assume are on his side are now really upset because it was just a dick thing to do. It was just a dick thing to do. Ooh, he's made his account private, so I can't actually access this. But did he actually make this tweet? Ooh, yeah. Chuck, don't talk about people who don't look like you right now. Please don't. They're just dogpiling him left or right. It's kind of hilarious. Beards matter. Chucky Poo. MJ, you can't do that these days if you don't see people by color. I know. I just see people by people.
I just see people, and I just play people. I didn't play Captain Marvel because I wanted to be a hero. I just wanted to be a person.
Shut up, Bree. Nobody cares about your personing and your tacos.
I didn't play Captain Marvel because I wanted to be a hero. I just wanted to be a
taco.
I don't know what I'm on about, but yeah. Oh, holy crap. I'm officially declaring this word on Chuck Wendig, and I remember you all do the same. This can't be allowed to continue. Ooh, people are just not happy. Save the Internet Archive. Pretty cool that Chuck Wendig decided to play cop on the Internet Archive. So not only did they end their temporarily unlimited lending program, but the lawsuit has shit caused. But the lawsuit his shit caused has put the entire archive in jeopardy. Yeah, here we go. Whilst damages haven't been set, the publishers could claim up to, here, let me resize this so we can see this, $150,000 in statutory damages per infringement for each of the 1.4 million copyright works in the emergency library. They're also demanding a preliminary and permanent injunction on the Internet Archive and anyone involved with it from reproducing and distributing more work, and that all current copyrighted copies on the site be destroyed, effectively shutting down the entire library. All right. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Obviously it's a question of, is this piracy or is this an online library, where in this day and age where you can't really get out and go to the store or go in proximity of each other, you know, unless you're having a special circumstance of whatever. My point is, libraries are not exactly the safest places to go to, and you want to stay home, you want to stay safe, and you really need access to something online. And I get it that on your Kindle and on your phone, there's a lot of apps that have all the public domain things for free. So I guess the moral question of this is not really up for me to decide, but it's also not up for Chuck Wendig to decide, just because he doesn't want his crummy books being distributed on them. You know, he was the first person to really throw the temper tantrum over it. Chuck Wendig finding out libraries are illegal now. Chuck Wendig is one of the worst effing accounts on here, but reality does elevate him from a guy whose posts suck transcendently to a supervillain. Yeah, and this just came out a couple of days ago. I was going to do a video on this, but then I had like 500,000 things. Jiggle app. Well, the jiggles do pop up when you guys super chat. That's the only time. Or when you subscribe. So if you guys do like the content, like, subscribe, share, you get a free jiggle. If you want to see more, you want to subscribe and stick around and share the videos. The worst thing about Chuck Wendig is you can't boycott anything because no one bought his shit anyway. Ooh. Congratulations to Chuck Wendig and all the other tripe peddlers for ruining a genuine public service. The FJWs are eating him too. Chuck Wendig and every author and publisher who stand against book piracy are effing heroes. Book pirates are thieves who take food off of a writer's family table. Alright, this person's with him. And that is a debate, though, isn't it? Is it actually piracy, or is it just an online library? I mean, could you not set up some sort of advertising and set up some sort of account where, just like an online library, or like a real library, if they find that you've distributed that copy, you get fined. You know, we could set up something like that and have a online library card. Don't they have those sort of things? I'm sure local libraries have them. Here, I'm thinking I'm all impressive and revolutionary.
Shut the fuck up.
I know, cancel Mecca. I'm sure they already have that system. I mean, I can't be that interesting or smart that I thought about something that they haven't already thought of, right? Will you take live calls one day? I wouldn't know how. Not a fan of online reading. I'm not either. I prefer my books like to be physical in hand. Just like my media, I prefer to actually have a copy of it. But here's the thing. I don't care about Chuck Wendig's book. And if I really wanted to go in and take a book from a site without paying for it, there are means to do so. And Chuck Wendig shutting down something that was kind of set up for charitable reasons shouldn't be... he should be the one to do it. He really shouldn't be the one out there throwing the temper tantrum, especially after getting fired from Star Wars for basically being on Twitter, for doing this stuff, for going around talking and throwing a temper tantrum. So get that off my screen. Greg Kirby, I started a book and never did get past chapter 3. One of his This is effing bullshit. I don't care what anyone says. Safeguarding knowledge behind a paywall is crap, Reichenfaust says. See, that's the thing with books, though. Yeah, obviously, if you want to buy a copy of a book, absolutely, royalties for the authors. I definitely agree with that. But at the same time, if there is a way to set up and distribute books for people in some sort of a library thing, like let's say they find that you shared that file out, that you've uploaded it somewhere, it'll have some little tag. They can go back to you and you get charged a fee just like, you know, a library book would, something like that. Or, yes, you know, something like that, if they can figure out how to do that. Or they just have it set up where you have an account there and you're shown advertisements or whatever to pay for the library site, to pay the royalties. That's what a lot of music companies do on YouTube, where they'll post a video and then you just pay your whatever, your little fee for their ad revenue. It's probably more than we get from a radio station, to be perfectly honest. Most local libraries already have online libraries. There you go. See, I knew I wouldn't be the first person to say any of that stuff. Set up a toll-free number and use a burner. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to send a burner phone, I guess. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm going to go back to my live chat, so don't you guys go anywhere.